everyone. My name is Jokoya Kennedy, for those of you who don't know me. And this is just my introduction to our case presentation roleplay. So I kind of just want to give you a little bit of information on my client, and then I'll jump into the theories that I looked at and the interventions that I've looked at over the last 7 weeks. So just to start off, I just want to let you guys know that the the population that I chose to really focus on is veterans. I hopefully one day, once I'm finished with school, is to work with homeless veterans. So I kind of want to look at the veteran population more and the type of things that they've experienced. So something that came up across all boards was just that a lot of veterans who experience PTSD, whether they know it or they don't know it. So that kind of was what my inspiration came from when I was trying to figure out a client that I would work with when doing this role play presentation. So the client that I came up with, her name is Ava. She's a 25-year-old African American female, and Ava is in the Army. She actually comes from a family of both active and non-active military members. So, being in the Army is just like something that's not new to her. It's something she grew up with, so she kind of knows a lot about it. Ava is also married, and her husband is also in the Army. So, there's a lot of close bonding, I guess you would say, as far as like the Army just not being something new to her. So Ava's family members, more specifically her husband, has some concerns that since Ava has come back from her second tour in Iraq, that she may be experiencing some signs and symptoms of PTSD. The thing about Ava, though, is that she's in denial of it, of course. She feels as though that she doesn't have PTSD, and she's currently only here to come to therapy for the sake of her marriage, essentially. Her husband is kind of just, really wants her to get some help because he sees that there's a change in her mood. She's kind of really irritable. She's arguing more with him, and, she's kind of just wants to be left by herself. And then there's also some concerns about her sleep pattern. Of course, all of these symptoms are signs of and concerns of PTSD. So, kind of for the purpose of the presentation, it was kind of that I wanted to look at things from that light. I already had an introductory session with them. It was with Ava individually, then Anthony individually. Anthony's her husband, and then I sat down with the two of them together. So kind of with this session, it's kind of just like the follow-up session from her initial session. So I kind of started out by just doing just talking more about why she's here, what made her want to come back, and kind of really digging into kind of developing her treatment plan more. So then when I was doing my research too and looking at PTSD, what I came across is that for PTSD, a lot of things that come up commonly are cognitive theory and behavior theory. Both theories clearly explain PTSD more and kind of give us a better explanation of what PTSD is. So, and then once I dug more into the differences for cognitive theory and behavior theory, what I came across all boards, and a lot of this information came from the research that I did over the past several weeks ago with doing the theories and interventions, were just that a lot of times that in order to treat veterans who have PTSD, one of the most common interventions used is cognitive behavior theory. And then, of course, we all know that under cognitive behavior, or under CBT, I guess we can just say, because everybody should know that, under CBT, there's an umbrella of different interventions that are used when working with a client who has PTSD. So that's kind of just where we are, where I am with things. That's just more about my client. That's more about like the theories that I chose and CBT. And you'll see in the role play session that a lot of it is more focused on cognitive, because a lot of has to do with the client Ava, is that she kind of just has like these thoughts and perceptions that her family like doesn't really want her around, so that's why she kind of like stays back and is lonely, just because of some things that have happened to her while she was in Iraq. So throughout the session, what my role is as the therapist is that I kind of work with her a lot as in regards to like replacing those negative thoughts with more positive thoughts, which is, you know, what cognitive theory does. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.